So unnecessary carnage and naked bodies. Welcome back to King's Landing. Hey y'all, this is Anna Alexander. Welcome to my basement as I'm about to dive into the Game of Thrones prequel, House of Dragons, streaming now on HBO. And yes, I know I am late to the party, and there is a good reason for that. That's because I didn't know if I wanted to watch this. I was amongst the many who were disappointed with season 8 of Game of Thrones. Fortunately, I did not invest years. I had invested, I guess, a couple of months because I just binged the whole thing before season 8 premiered because I didn't have HBO until recently. So yeah, there was that. And then also I heard a lot of the show was, even though it's fantasy and it's made up worlds, there were, I'm going to call them just dumb rules, which is, oh yeah, we can do whatever we want and we're going to put in like misogyny and violence towards women. Because of course that's going to be in a fantasy world. And it's like, what do you mean of course that's going to be in a fantasy world? Don't. But then it wouldn't really be Games of Thrones unless we had violence upon violence upon violence. Right? Right. So why am I here? Well, it seems as if people got excited going into the finale. So I don't know, maybe I'll be delightfully surprised. Maybe there'll be some good comeuppance. What do I expect? I expect there to be dragons. Violence, okay? Espionage, backstabbing, trust no one. I'm also anticipating not being able to see a lot of the scenes because they're going to be so flippin' dark. And I'll have a lot of names thrown at me and places and things. But I'm going to guess you all have watched the whole thing. So you'll be helpful along the way. Just don't give too many spoilers. I like to be surprised. So I am ready to get started, but I'm going to take a moment because this is a first and something new. So some of you have probably been with me on the journey for a while. So hello, welcome back. Thank you. I so much love having you with me. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. As well, you may or may not know that I am an author of superhero romance novels, contemporary, and a new fantasy series. So I come at stories with just wacky points of view sometimes. I will get distracted by the funniest things, so be prepared. Also, please be aware that as I am watching this, I am bringing with me my own point of view from my history, experiences, research, so I may react differently than you have to certain things. Because we are different people, and that's why you like to watch reactors, just to see what other people do. So, with disclaimer being said, I'm ready to lock in with my big cozy blanket. I've got some water here on standby. Again, thank you so much for being with me, and let's get to it.
As the first century of the Targaryen dynasty came to a close,
I'm gonna need notes and paper
the
to write down
health of
everything.
the old king, Jaehaerys, was failing.
Jaehaerys was failing. First Targaryen dynasty.
King Jaehaerys reigned over nearly 60 years of peace and prosperity. But tragedy had claimed both his sons,
Like it does.
leaving his succession in doubt. The old king called a great council to choose an heir. 14 succession claims were heard, but only 2 were truly considered. Princess Rhaenys Targaryen, the king's eldest descendant, and her younger cousin, Prince Viserys Targaryen, the king's eldest male descendant.
The Prince Viserys Targaryen be made Prince of Dragonstone.
And an enemy has been made.
Jaehaerys called the Great Council to prevent a war being fought over his succession. For he knew the cold truth. The only thing that could tear down the House of the Dragon was itself.
And I think that legacy continued to the end, right? I'm just seeing it in flames. You know, in my head, I'm seeing it in flames now.
Silence.
Hey, it's Graham.
Syrax is growing quickly. She'll soon be as large as Caraxes.
All these names sound the same, and I will get them confused. Just warning y'all now.
Well, here you are, surrounded by attendants, all focused on the babe. Someone has to attend to you.
You will lie in this bed soon enough, Rhaenyra. This discomfort is how we serve the realm.
Oh, wow. That's a way to phrase it.
We have royal wounds, you and I. The childbed is our battlefield. We must learn to face it with a stiff lip.
Wow.
I thought you might urge your brother to fill his seat on the council and provide an assessment of his progress.
Do you think Damon is distracted by his present tasks?
I think I'm distracted by picking out people from Outlander from the cast.
The Crown has heard your report, Lord Corlys, and takes it under advisement.
That means put a pin in it,
Shall we discuss the heirs tournament, Your Grace?
because that's way more important.
Perhaps we might delay until the child is in hand.
Before the games are over, my son will be born, and the whole realm will celebrate.
Is his son gonna be born? I have doubts about that.
We pass through the Red Keep's gates at first light.
Does my father know he's here?
No.
Good.
Who passed through the gates?
Gods be good.
It's all right, sir.
I brought you something. Do you know what it is?
It's Valyrian steel.
Turn around.
So she's 9, right?
You and I both own a small piece of our ancestry.
Oh yeah, the creep vibes are off the charts with this guy.
Kevie.
And it's taken her father 9 years to get another heir, or a male heir, a preferable heir.
I only worry for my mother. I hope for my father that he gets a son.
You want him to have a son?
I want to fly with you on Dragonback, see the great wonders across the narrow sea and eat only cake.
Can you say yet what it is?
It's a small cut from sitting the throne.
Whatever it is, it needs to be kept quiet.
So is Rhys Ifans the hand of the king then? She's dead, isn't she? She's going to be murdered in that tub.
This is the last time. I've lost one babe in the cradle, had 2 stillbirths and 2 pregnancies ended well before their term.
Thank you. It's terrible information, but thank you.
My brother's city has fallen into squalor. Beginning tonight, King's Landing will learn to fear the color gold.
Just beating people senselessly, sure. Why not? That's how you get them on your side.
Get up!
Oh, they're just going to their homes even. You're just gonna whack off everybody's hand just cause you'll have a whole village of one-handed people? And castrated people, why? This is terrible. Oh, jeezy crazy. We're gonna get a decapitation. Yep.
Your brother made a public show of it, meting out the summary judgments himself.
Brother?
Damon,
Of course, his name is Damon.
enforce my laws, but understand, any further performances like last night's will be answered.
How? By what?
Understood, Your Grace.
The king cannot replace you.
Why would she say that to him? What did he tell her?
I would humbly ask for the favor of the queen who never was.
Queen that never was. This is your first time watching my channel, you should know that when I get nervous, I have to put my fingers near my ears. It just makes me feel better. He's going for the head. You know he's gonna go for the head.
Prince Damon Targaryen chooses Sir Gawain Hightower of Old Town, eldest son of the Hand of the King.
He's dead. He's so dead. He's gonna kill him on purpose to prove a point not to. He's gonna die. gonna have a tip lance or something dumb like that. Oh, oh, just kill the horse. Why does he? Foul, 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 foul. Foul. He's broken.
Nicely done, Uncle.
Not at all. Your son is broken.
What's happening? The infant is in breach, Your Grace. All attempts to turn the babe have failed.
They're gonna have to kill her. He's gonna have them kill her.
Your queen is a strong woman. She's fighting with all her might, but it may not be enough.
He's gonna rip the babe from the womb. Why does he have an axe? Why does he have an axe? They're jousting, not axing. What the?
And the day grows ugly.
That wasn't the point of the tourney, is it? Until what?
I wonder if this is how we should celebrate the birth of our future king.
What?
Their lord sent them to the tourney field with fists full of steel and balls full of seed. And we expect them to act with honor and grace.
Oh, no. That's not the... No. Oh, this took a turn. We knew the turn was coming, but Jesus.
Melos.
They're gonna rip the babe from her womb. We know they're gonna take the blade to her. If you would, they want. If you would, say goodbye. That's what you're telling them. Say goodbye.
It sometimes becomes necessary for the father to make an impossible choice.
We know it's not impossible for him. We know.
To sacrifice one or to lose them both.
Sir Kristen Cole will now tilt against Sir Daemon Targaryen.
We know who survives this one. But looks like I have my eyes closed. I don't. I'm just squinting so I don't get the carnage in full 4K glory. Because I don't need it in 4K glory. I get it. I get it.
No, it's all right.
What is happening?
It's all right.
They're just going to hold her down. They're not going to. They don't have something like Lauderman? Or at least. Please. What the hell? At least give her something to point down on.
The first incision.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. Yeah, that's not gonna go well. Oh, hello. This kid's dead. He's so dead.
Prince Daemon Targaryen wishes to continue in a contest of arms.
Does. And this kid thinks he can kill the prince. Like, that will be in the master of the, like, please, yeah, okay, I'm lost. And the fact that, okay, so here's a battle, and apparently they're going to the death. So does Prince Daemon, pretty much by participating, saying, yeah, you can kill me? Or is it, I don't care what you do, you cannot kill me either way, so you're dead no matter what? Making sense. They tortured her in the worst possible way. He doesn't have a bloody nose or nothing. And it's a girl. Watch, it's a girl. Oh, no, no, no! No, no, no. Oh.
Yield.
He's not gonna yield. He will say yield and he will stab you in the frickin' back. He didn't yield. He didn't yield.
Gods, he's Dornish.
I was hoping to ask for the princess's favor.
I'm expecting him to get stabbed in the back any second.
You have a son.
It is a boy.
A new heir, Your Grace.
There's no way Daemon's gonna allow that baby to live. There's no way.
They're waiting for you.
Wait. The baby died?
Dracarys.
The baby died. Well, we knew the baby was gonna die. But ooh.
These recent tragedies have left you without an obvious heir.
The succession is already set.
Daemon Targaryen.
If Daemon were to remain the uncontested heir, it could destabilize the realm.
Why?
No one here can know what Daemon would do were he king, but no one can doubt his ambitions. The truth is, Daemon should be far away from this court.
Daemon is my brother. My blood.
Mm.
And he will have his place at my court.
Mm.
But if the gods should visit some further tragedy on you, either by design or accident...
What are you saying? My brother would murder me. Take my crown. Are you?
If you don't see that, you're an idiot.
Daemon has ambition, yes, but not for the throne. He lacks the patience for it.
For the king to name a successor.
Well, who else would have a claim?
The king's firstborn child.
Ooh.
Will not be made to choose between my brother and my daughter.
There are others who would have a claim.
Such as your wife, Lord Corlys.
My wife and son are dead! I will not sit here and suffer crows that come to feast on their corpses!
So how many of these council people were on the council when they named this dude king? And if they're regretting that decision? Because it sounds as if he's kind of been a mediocre king this last 9 years. Didn't they suggest that he marry right away and try to have another heir? Terrible as it sounds, why isn't that a possibility?
How is his grace?
Very low, which is why I sent for you.
What?
I thought you might go to him.
Oh.
Offer him comfort.
Oh, no.
In his chambers.
That is his play.
You might wear one of your mother's dresses.
What is it, Al?
I thought I might come and look in on you, Your Grace. I brought a book.
It's very kind, thank you.
How many days has it been, or has it been the same day as the funeral?
Might we drink to our future?
Your prince will speak!
Before we begin, Your Grace, I have a report I feel compelled to share.
Dream and pray as they all might, it seems I'm not so easily replaced.
He toasted Prince Balon,
The king's son.
the heir for a day. This is the evening was, by all accounts, a celebration.
You cut the image of the conqueror.
So where was this throne opening scene when they were picking who the successor was?
You will address me as Your Grace, or I will have my Kingsguard cut out your tongue. The heir for a day. Did you say it?
We must all mourn in our own way, Your Grace.
But instead of being by my side over Rhaenyra's, you chose to celebrate your own rise! Yet everything I've given you, you've thrown back in my face!
You've only ever tried to send me away to the Vale. 10 years you've been king, and yet not once have you asked me to be your hand.
Why would I do that?
Because I'm your brother.
And?
And the blood of the dragon runs thick.
And?
You're weak, Viserys. And that council of leeches knows it. They all prey on you for their own ends.
So why was he chosen to be king again?
You are to return to Runestone and your lady wife at once. By order of your king.
Okay. And another enemy has been made.
When you look at the dragons, what do you see?
Everyone says Targaryens are closer to gods than to men. But they say that because of our dragons. Without them, we're just like everyone else.
The idea that we control the dragons is an illusion. If we don't mind our own histories, it will do the same to us. Targaryen must understand this to be king. Or queen. I'm sorry, Rhaenyra. I have wasted the years wanting for a son.
Daemon is your heir.
Daemon was not made to wear the crown. But I believe that you were. This is no trivial gesture, Rhaenyra. Dragon's saddle is one thing, but the Iron Throne is the most dangerous seat in the realm.
And he wanted that for himself and his family.
I need to tell you. Might be difficult for you to understand, but you must hear it. They tell us that Aegon looked across the Blackwater from Dragonstone. And just as Daenerys foresaw the end of Valyria, Aegon foresaw the end of the world of men. Just to begin with a terrible winter, gusting out of the distant north.
Winter's coming!
When this great winter comes, all of Westeros must stand again. And if the world of men is to survive, a Targaryen must be seated on the Iron Throne. Aegon called his dream the Song of Ice and Fire. This secret, it's been passed from king to heir since Aegon's time. And now you must promise to carry it.
I, Viserys Targaryen, King of the Andals and the Rhoynar, do hereby name Rhaenyra Targaryen, Princess of Dragonstone, and heir to the Iron Throne.
And we got the Game of Thrones theme song at the end, just to remind you what you're watching. So unnecessary carnage and naked bodies. Welcome back to King's Landing. Because we are, if you've watched Game of Thrones, you know that anybody can die in any second. So what is happening is what I was afraid was going to happen, which is I will be tense and nervous and expecting death in horribly violent ways at any moment. And I don't know if I can do 9 more episodes. I will, of course, for all of you, but it doesn't make for a pleasurable viewing experience. I kind of need, you can't enjoy the lows of seemingly happy time because you know it's an illusion and it can be taken so quickly. So that nice little scene with Alicent and Rhaenyra in their little garden with the book, I could expect any moment someone jumping a fence and just, because that's Game of Thrones. I hope we see her, and I think we do. And I say we think we do because I've kept away from as much of the show as possible, just in case I watched it again. I like to be surprised. So I think we do see her grow up. I want to see her be a good queen and a good leader because I think her father has not been. And so why was he selected over, so it was an actual heir to the original king, the queen who never was, and she was passed over because she was female. How does she feel about Rhaenyra being named to the throne? So lots of names, lots of places, things that sound familiar, Dorne and the Tarleys and the Vale. Wasn't Kate Stark from the Vale? Things like that. So they're familiar, but I'm not going, ooh, I'm excited, such and such. So since there's a beginning, there's not a whole lot to start ripping apart story-wise, except everyone's in danger and everyone's a threat. That's basically it. Everyone's in danger. Everyone's a threat. They should have just put on her gold gown, the robe, just a big old target on her back. That child is in danger. And I can't remember if the child, if she's really 9 or if she's a wee bit older, because I can't remember that opening scene, so I'll have to watch it again. But we've got some players on the field. Everyone's kind of jockeying for position. Who survives episode 2? Your guess is as good as mine, except I think Matt Smith's going to be around for a little bit longer. But I'm not quite excited to get into it, but I am looking forward to finding out what happens to Rhaenyra. So thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. I do appreciate it so much. And as always, please take a moment today, 5 seconds. Take care of yourself. Stretch your body. Have you drank water today? Liquid, tea, anything? Have you eaten today? Please take care of yourselves and then come back and see me. So until next time, y'all.